This is Bulldog Insider, KC24's inside look at Fresno State athletics.
Good evening and welcome to the Bulldog Insider. I'm Anthony Flores. It's the dog days of summer. Hear how some of your favorite Bulldogs are spending their summer vacation. The game clock has been set for the Bulldogs' rest of the college football schedule. Hear how the Mountain West decided to split up their games. The Summer Olympics are just around the corner. Fresno State's diving coach tells us what to look for in London. But first, we begin with some preseason hype. Fresno State's top two offensive weapons are on the watch list for one of college football's biggest awards. Quarterback Derek Carr and running back Robbie Rouse are on the watch list for the 75th annual Maxwell Award given to America's outstanding football player. Carr and Rouse are the only players from the Mountain West to make the 65-man watch list. Entering his senior season, Rouse returns as the nation's third active leading rusher with 3,157 yards. He is just 317 yards away from breaking Fresno State's all-time rushing record set in 1993 by Ron Rivers. Rouse has 12 career 100 rushing yard games, 25 touchdowns, and his second all-time in school history with 616 carries. Now, Derek Carr is coming off a sophomore season in which he ranked 15th nationally with more than 3,500 passing yards. He set the school record for most passing yards by a sophomore and recorded the sixth 3,000-yard passing season in school history. Carr threw for 26 touchdowns with 9 interceptions while averaging 278 passing yards a game in his first year as a starter. The winner of the Maxwell Award will be announced on December 6th. Carr is receiving plenty of preseason hype. The Fresno State Junior is one of 33 quarterbacks on the College Football Performance Awards quarterback trophy watch list. Now, Carr and Wyoming quarterback Brett Smith are the only two QBs from the Mountain West to appear on the list. The CFPA quarterback trophy winner will be announced on January 9th. Fresno State's most versatile weapon is also getting some love from the college football gurus. As I told you last month, Bulldog Isaiah Burst has been named to the College Football Performance Awards all-purpose trophy watch list. Burst has caught 53 passes for 626 yards and 3 touchdowns in his career. He led the team with 2,042 all-purpose yards in 2011. Last year, he also set new NCAA records for most kickoff returns with 75 and kickoff return yards with more than 1,600 yards in a single season. But when you think about it, those aren't the records you want to be setting because it means the other team is scoring on your defense.
I want to be back there, returning the ball, catching the ball for the right reasons, not because, we're getting scored on or anything, but, at the end of the day, I'll take it, though, it's a record, and I'll take it as whatever. I'll take it and run with it. This year, hopefully it's less, way less, but the attempts I do get, hopefully, I just hope to make the most of them. It was an honor, when I heard that, I'm not really into, looking at stats and all that. I'm just honored to be on that, and when the season comes, I'm just going to take advantage of that. Man, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for it, period, point blank.
Fresno State senior linebacker Travis Brown has been named to the 2012 Bronco Nagurski Trophy watch list. The award is given annually to the nation's best defensive player. Brown is just one of 2 players selected from the Mountain West Conference. Last season, he led the Bulldogs with 85 tackles and 3 sacks. 5 finalists will be selected in mid-November. The winner will be announced on December 3rd. Just ahead, Taryn Patrick is the diving coach at Fresno State. What she says we should look for when America's best plunge into the pool at the Summer Olympics. You're watching the Bulldog Insider. Sean Plummer is getting pumped up for his senior season on the gridiron. Plummer and the rest of the Bulldogs have been hitting the weights during the offseason. The Dogs have a new game plan on offense and on defense. Now that Tim DeRuyter is the top dog, the Bulldogs will be running the spread offense. On the other side of the ball, the Dogs will switch to a 3-4 defense, which means the linebackers better be ready to fly all over the field. And it starts by putting in time with the dumbbells.
The football mentality, getting in here, working out every day. It's a lot of fun for me, and it always seems so far off because you just want to be in that, season. You always want to be playing, and it'll come soon enough. Just how prepared we're going to be, because a lot of people don't think we're going to be prepared with a new coaching staff, and just how fast we're going to move. Very uncomfortable with a new defensive scheme. I love this defense, and we had a great spring, and I can't wait for August to come around.
The Bulldogs will open the 2012 college football season Saturday, September 1st at home against Weber State. Kickoff is slated for 7 p.m. Now, earlier this week, the Mountain West Conference released the kickoff times for the remaining games on Fresno State's football schedule. Overall, the Bulldogs will play 6 day games that start before 5 p.m. and 6 night games. The homecoming game on September 29th versus San Diego State is set for 7 p.m. The road game at Colorado State is at 4 p.m. A late home game on October 20th against Wyoming will kick off at 7:30 at night. The Dogs will hit the road the following week for an afternoon game in the land of enchantment at New Mexico. And the Dogs will play host to Hawaii at 4 p.m. on November 3rd. While the Summer Olympics are less than 2 weeks away, one of the most thrilling events is the diving competition. Senator De Los Santos enlisted the help of the Fresno State dive team to help explain what to look for when Team USA takes the plunge into the pool.
As I get ready to jump off the 10-meter platform, I think about what my coach tells me what to do. I tell myself to have confidence and no fear. 1,
2, 3, go. Once you step foot on a 10-meter platform, 33 feet off the ground, the only way to get down is by taking the plunge. Launching off in 1904, diving is one of the oldest events in the Summer Olympics. Back then, only males were allowed to compete, and platform diving was their only option. 4 years later, springboards were added, and in the summer of 1912, women made their diving debut. Since then, diving has evolved, adding more events to the sport.
They do 6 dives on 3 meter, and then they do 5 dives. Well, the women do 5 dives on platform, men do 6 dives on 3 meter and platform. There's also synchronized events for men and women.
Here comes the hard part. In those events, divers need to nail not 1, but 5 different jumps, which include
a front, back, an inward, reverse,
and then the 5th is twisters.
On platform, they have the option of doing an arm stand as well.
The judges score on the difficulty of the jump, the takeoff, and of course, the less splash gets the most points.
You want to do what's called a rip, and a rip means you get your body through a little hole in the water, and then you just see like bubbles come up instead of a splash, and that means that your score is going to be higher.
Diving is pretty subjective, so it does matter if you have done well in the past or if you have a big name in diving.
Team USA will head into London looking for a comeback. The women haven't won since 2000, and it's been even longer for the men since they brought home gold back in 1992. China is the one to beat.
Their divers are celebrities, and they train from the time they're babies. You know, that's their life.
China has won 13 of 16 gold medals in the last 2 Olympics, but this summer, the U.S. have a lot of talented returners.
I think that diving is 90% mental, really, but these divers are elite athletes. They've been doing it for a long time. They've been working towards this goal, so they have confidence in themselves. They know they can do it.
Thanks, Senator. Coming up, Derek Carr has followed in his brother's footsteps by becoming the starting quarterback at Fresno State. He's also taken the same walk David did when he was a Bulldog. I'll explain when the Bulldog Insider returns after this. Welcome back to the Bulldog Insider. Bulldogs quarterback Derek Carr has probably had a little more stress during his summer vacation than most of the student athletes. Like his older brother David did when he was still a Bulldog, Derek decided to take the plunge and get married. Now here's a look at how some of the other Bulldogs are spending their summer vacation.
My summer plans are me and some of my teammates have stayed in town, and we're really working hard on working out and doing a lot of cardio and getting a lot of sand volleyball in, as well as getting in the gym and playing a lot, so we come prepared come fall.
I'm starting my MBA and I'm studying abroad. I have 4 weeks in Fresno, and then a week in France and a week in Belgium, and then I'm going to Australia.
Usually every summer we take a trip to Spain with the family, and I get to play golf with my dad, which is always fun.
Play a lot of golf, obviously. I got a trip planned to go over to the UK and meet up with one of our teammates, Jack Morroy, and a few other buddies.
I'm going to the Open this year, and the day after the Open I get to play the golf course. One of my ex-teammates is a member of Royal Lytham.
This summer I will be going to Omaha, Nebraska to compete in the 2012 Olympic trials for swimming.
I'm in summer school, looking forward to getting ahead. I'm starting practice here soon with my coaches, working on more aspects of my game to be a better player, and staying in the gym and playing video games.
My summer plans are, most importantly, I'm getting married here in about a month now, and also, you know, we got lots of weightlifting and running and conditioning coming up, so really focusing on that. But definitely, I think the wedding is going to be the most fun and, you know, probably the most work.
As you can tell by the pictures, he already tied the knot, so congratulations to Mr. and Mrs. Derek Carr. The Quarterback Club is hosting a fundraiser for the Fresno State football team in Exeter on July 21st. It's at the Whitney's Wild Oak Ranch. The cost is $250 per couple. All proceeds go directly to support the football program. Tim DeRuiter and his coaching staff will be on hand for the event. For more information, call Judy Lee at 278-4112. 278-4112. Coming up, we head to the gym to work on our handles. And yours truly, learn how to dribble the rock. We'll find out when the Bulldog Insider returns right after this. Welcome back to the Bulldog Insider. Summer is a time when athletes in all sports really start working on their games. If you play football, you're in the gym hitting the weights. If you're a baseball player, you might be playing summer league to keep your timing at the plate. And, well, if you ball on the hardwood, you're definitely working on the fundamentals like shooting, passing, and ball handling. In this edition of Coach's Tip, assistant men's basketball coach Michael Schwartz teaches us how to dribble.
Hello, I'm Michael Schwartz, assistant basketball coach here at Fresno State. Today's coach's tip, ball handling. The biggest thing is, you're right-handed, Anthony?
Yes.
Is we want to work on becoming a great right-handed ball handler, but equally as good with the left hand. So some of the things that we'll do with our guys, and we'll do this year, we'll start practice every day. We'll get down in a stance, knee stance, you keep your feet square, and we'll just start pounding the ball with our right hand with our head up. The biggest thing that we talk about is pounding that ball, keeping it the knee below, keeping your head up. And this is just feeling comfortable with the ball and pounding. It seems elementary, but anybody from grade school up through college, through the NBA, they can do this. And it's just down and it's pounding. And then what we'll say is we'll blow the whistle and we'll say left hand. And we're just sitting there pounding the ball. And you almost want to feel like there's a string on that ball between your hand and the ground. And it's just staying attached every time to mimic a defender being here and you're protecting that ball. You're protecting that ball. You've got a fundamental arm bar right there, protecting the ball right there. Now we'll say switch and you'll quick, boom, right there. Perfect, Anthony. That's good. So you're here handling, you're handling. If you're protecting that ball, you're protecting that ball. That's really good right there. We'll now go to stuff on the move.
Okay.
So what we'll do is we'll set up 4 lines, but for right now we got 1 line.
Okay.
You're here, we'll have a defender, flip the ball here, I'll come out, and now we're gonna go 3 dribbles here, 1, 2, 3, change. 1, 2, 3, head up the whole time, change. Change directions. People talk about first step. How do you work on a first step? So one thing that we'll do is, we'll be here, we'll do what we just did, what we call triple threat. We're here, and we'll just make a move and explode out and go 3 hard dribbles, boom, and come to another triple threat. So you're here, Anthony, you're triple threat, and you rip it, 1, 2, 3, jump stop, do 3 dribbles, 3 hard dribbles. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, jump stop. So this seems very fundamental, but that's what it is. Ball handling is your first step, and your ability, and then we jack an NBA 3, almost got it.
Okay, so apparently I got to work on my counting. I don't know the difference between 2 and 3, and got to work on that jump shot, the follow through. Bulldog Insider, we'll be back after this TV timeout. Our tweet of the week comes from Fresno State linebacker Travis Brown at TravisBrown9. He tweets, "Wow, what an honor to even be named on the watch list." That, of course, is in response to him being named to the Bronco Nagurski watch list with its annual award that honors the nation's best defensive player. The winner of the award will be announced on December 3rd. That's going to do it for this edition of the Bulldog Insider. One programming note, the Bulldog Insider will go on a 4-week hiatus beginning next Sunday, July 22nd. Of course, the Olympics begin here on the 27th, and I'm actually taking a few Sundays off for the first time in 4 years. The Bulldog Insider will return on August 19th following the NFL preseason game. That's going to do it for this edition of the Bulldog Insider. Thanks very much for watching. So long, everyone.
The anticipation of Bulldog football is